There are certain foods that define an entire culture. In Australia, it's smashed avo on toast. In Japan, it's ramen. And in the UK, it's the full English fryer. It's greasy, it's glorious, and it's like a warm hug from your nan on a Sunday morning. But here's the thing, my wife who's Australian, she's never had one in her life. Not a single one. She's grown up on, avo on toast, flat whites, and lovely gorgeous beaches. Meanwhile, I've grown up on jacket potatoes, baked beans, and Marmite with a cup of tea. Those two things separately, not mixed in together, obviously. So today, I'm taking her to Wetherspoons in Cheltenham, the absolute pinnacle of British fry-ups, to see if she'll love it, hate it, or disown me. Hopefully not the last one. This is the moment of truth, and we've got the menu here. What's
well,
on
this is
it?
the specials.
Let me have a look. Let me have a little look at that. Oh my word, you were right. £2.99 for a small breakfast.
Yeah.
£2.99 for a muffin deal, which includes tea and coffee. £2.49 for tea and toast. And then, but here's the actual breakfast menu. This is what we've actually come for. If you see here, they do free refills on tea, coffee and hot chocolate. And it only costs you £1.71 if it doesn't come with your meal. For the UK, that is actually insane value. You will not find another place that does it that cheap. As you can see on screen right now, they've got an app and it makes it really easy because you don't even have to go to the bar. I know some people don't like that because you don't have that human connection. And for any full English experts out there, yes, we are ordering veggie breakfasts, but don't worry, they do just as good of a job. So that whole meal came to £14.45, which is actually incredible. The thing is, Wetherspoons, it isn't fancy, it's purely reliable. You know, there's always going to be one in pretty much every town or city you visit. I can put that to the test because when I was on tour in this show I was an understudy in, literally every town we went to and did the play, there was a Spoons. And it's the perfect place for whoever you are, whether you're a tradie, whether you're a student, whether you're hungover after the worst weekend of your life. It's a place for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
The mug for the hot drinks.
Thank you.
Tea coffee machine is just over there.
Thank you. I'm telling you, that guy is the best Spoons person I've ever met. He is so good. You should have seen him when me and you were having beers here. The way he opened the bottle cap, I was like, it was just class. And some people say Spoons isn't classy. No, it's not the classiest place in the world, but it's bloody lovely.
It's pretty nice.
Also,
the Cheltenham one is quite nice.
Yeah, there's two in Cheltenham, and we're in the Bank House, which used to be a bank. And what the chain Spoons does, they buy all of these beautiful buildings with incredible architecture, and then they whack a pub in it.
Yeah,
It's
so
amazing.
funny.
I'm excited that you get a proper full English. The question is, will my beautiful wife who's used to Australian grown produce and fresh beachside breakfasts actually enjoy this? Right, the moment of truth.
It has arrived.
I'm very
It
excited.
actually looks really good. I think I'm quite hungry, so
Yeah.
that's good.
So what we got we got a piece of toast basically cut into, which is fine. Some Lurpak butter, which is lovely. Hash brown, mushroom, tomato, sausage,
Beans.
eggs,
The beans.
and baked beans. Yeah. We've got the only tomato sauce, but
I bet the beans are
we do
Heinz
call it
as well.
ketchup here, I'm not gonna lie. I hope the beans are Heinz. Do you like the image of what you see? Or
Yeah.
does it just look like a plate of muck?
It looks really good.
Good.
And it looks like a lot of food, but I'm hungry, so that's good.
Yeah.
I think, I've had the opportunity to buy or to eat a full English before, but I never take it because I'm never it feels like I'm never in the right mood. But this looks absolutely delicious, and it's got all the things I like, so
Yeah,
I
literally.
don't see why I wouldn't like it.
What would you say are the main differences between an Aussie breakfast and an English?
Avocado.
True.
And halloumi, probably.
Oh yeah, true. And I feel like Aussies are a bit more creative. They'll have some fancy beans or some fancy tomato side where
Yeah,
it's
or,
chopped tomatoes or
fancy
something.
mushrooms or something.
Yeah.
It's not simple. I think
Yeah.
they've elevated it for better or for worse. Do you know what I mean? Some people would just want the simplicity of
Yeah,
this,
literally.
whereas I feel like maybe sometimes Aussies have overcomplicated it.
Yeah, literally.
Show me on your face how excited you are.
They're about to kick me out. Wait, Maddy, what is that under your egg? What's that under your
This
egg?
egg?
Yeah, yeah. What is that?
What? Whoa! It says It says to like the video.
Whoa, how did that get there?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Wow, fair.
Must be fate.
The thing about a fry-up is, it's not pretty, it's not delicate, but it's full of character. There is something absolutely comforting about it. And when your parent or your guardian calls you from your bedroom to say, oh, come on down, we got a lovely fry-up on the table for you, you just want to burst into tears. Absolute pure joy and love for that person. That's what a fry-up can do, and that's what a fry-up is all about. Does it look terrible sometimes? Absolutely, but if it's good enough to go on Gordon Ramsay's breakfast menu at his restaurants, then, you know, it's good enough for me.
How do you do this? Do you spill the beans?
You can if you want, you do whatever you want, really.
What do you normally do?
Yeah, I'd probably spill the beans.
Here we go.
Get in it.
Spill the beans.
Yeah, we should probably eat, because it'll probably go cold, won't it, if we don't?
And then no one's gonna like that.
No.
All right, gotta get a little bit of everything.
Yeah, a
so,
little bit of everything.
bread.
All that egg could be done a bit more.
Don't talk about it. Otherwise I won't eat it.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Try and fit a bit of sausage and hash brown in there as well. Is that good? What? Thoughts? Feelings? Do we like?
It's really nice.
Yeah?
It's great. It's all good food. What's not to like? You know? Like all the elements.
And does it taste British?
It does taste British.
Does it taste like something I would make?
Yeah, but you
Does
do
it?
the eggs better.
Oh, cheers. Yeah, they are a bit watery,
Sorry.
to be fair.
Sorry. And by it, will it be as good as
I just saw a man spill a lot of beer.
it's a bit ugly, isn't it?
Oh my word. Who says spoons doesn't do a good breakfast? Who says that? That is amazing. Oh, and just a quick one, if you're into this sort of stuff, I've actually got a Patreon where I release behind the scenes content, exclusive episodes, things like that. I'll leave that in the first link in the description below if you're interested. But here's the funny thing, I'm so glad that I got to share this moment with my wife, because as soon as I met her, I decided to give up alcohol, right? Because I was a struggling alcoholic. But before then, Wetherspoons was always like a safe haven for me to go to. And instead of drinking, I would get a full English, I would get the free refillable coffee, and when I was that broke and poor and just in desperate need of, you know, finding my wife and moving to Australia, really, it was always a good place. And no matter what stage you are in your life, especially for the people who, you know, are struggling and were struggling like I was back in the day, not even being able to get one acting job, there is something absolutely magnificent about having a quality plate of food that's only cost you a few quid. Oh my word, that makes a huge difference. So maybe I wanted Maddy to love this, less because, you know, it's part of the British culture, and more because it's sort of very nostalgic to me and part of my story, and I kind of wanted to share that with her in a way. What was your favourite part of the whole plate?
I love getting a little bit of everything on my fork.
You are British.
And
If you
eating
like
that.
doing that,
Yeah.
you're proper British.
Which I didn't used to like. I used to be very picky when I was younger, and I had to have everything separated, like nothing could touch on my plate. I think it's from having roast dinners.
Here, yeah, where
Yeah.
you put a little bit of everything on
You
your
get
fork.
some
Yeah.
cranberry sauce and, you know, some gravy and like potato and whatever, and then it's amazing. It's the same thing. This is basically the breakfast version
true,
of a
actually.
roast dinner. I've just realised. Wow.
So, what would you give your first ever full English as an Aussie out of 10? 10 being like amazing.
Honestly, like a 6.
Oh,
I know.
wait, that was lower than I thought it
know.
would be.
Maybe I'd bump it up to 7.
No, you don't have to. You
I
got
think
to be
I
brutally
would.
honest.
I think I would. My eggs weren't great. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
already picky about eggs. I just get the ick very quickly when I'm eating a fried egg. So because of that, it did bring it down a little bit. But actually, I think I would say 7 because everything else was great. Like all the other elements were delicious.
And also, I'm not offended if you.
No, I know, but I think I was a bit harsh because all in my head was just eggs. So I was saying while we were eating it, I understand why people love it. Like, I understand why it's a British staple because it is just like good old-fashioned, yummy, homey food, especially on a day like today where it's a little bit colder and it's a bit grey outside and stuff. Like, I get it.
It's funny, coming back from Australia for a couple of months to see family, it really does give you the time to notice the things you would have never have noticed if I just stayed here, right? It was really nice to do this morning with my wife, that I finally got to share with her an English fry-up, because it's not only a great way to start your day, but I feel like with work and life right now, my wife and I, sometimes we hardly find proper amounts of time to spend with each other, and sharing this moment with her made it even more special. But if you want to see how far this culture clash goes, then don't click away yet. Go watch this video here, all about me basically asking my wife to give her brutally honest opinion of her 1 year living in the UK with me, and it gets pretty spicy. So go click that. I'll see you over there. Thanks for watching to the end. Bye.